What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Hunting and Scrapping channel. Wanted to do a quick video today. Going to talk a little bit about what's in the trailer, what's on my mind, and something that I want to share with you that I think can maybe help you out as well. So just looking at this trailer, it's a hodgepodge. You know, we've got some wood, we've got some plastic, we've got a plastic chair, some metal. But what made me really kind of want to do this video is this is someone that said, hey, I've got something, can you clean it up for me? And while I did not charge them to do this, there's a little bit of metal in there, but it kind of got me thinking that pretty much anybody can do this and can make a little bit of extra money for themselves or for their family just by going and helping somebody else out and making yourself available to be able to do such things. So these three wheelbarrows not included in this. Like I said, got a metal chair, a grill, a dryer, a couple of lights, shop lights, some bed rails, a little plastic piece here with a cord on it. I think it's some kind of pump. A metal table frame, which I mean is nothing. Wooden desk, plastic chair, another piece of purple plastic, a hammock, piece of fabric, and that's about it. But they were willing to pay me to do this, and ultimately I didn't really want any money for it because I got some metal. I wanted to share with you that this is something that pretty much anybody can do. So let's talk a little bit more about what I'm trying to say and talk about how maybe it can be something that you can do to put a little extra money in your pocket. So I guess you could call this an informational video, but I kind of just, it's really been, on my heart lately about, like this time of year can be really taxing on a lot of families. And inflation stuff's going up. It can get harder and harder to provide. And I think it just basically, it got me thinking about, there's so many ways for you to get out there and make some extra money for yourself or for your family. Now, this trailer, is a little bit on the larger size for a single axle trailer. But, you can go and get yourself a small trailer. You don't have to have a truck. You can put a trailer hitch. There's plenty of people that have trailer hitches on Nissan cars and little Chevy Impala cars and Oldsmobile cars. I mean, people do it all the time. There's a guy that rides around here. It's got to be a 84 Cutlass, and he pulls his lawnmowers with it every single day, and he gets the job done. And so I don't want that to be a deterrent to you to where you say, well, I don't have a trailer or I don't have a truck or both. There's ways to get it done. And what I mean by that is make yourself available to go and clean up junk. It doesn't have to be strictly metal. People will pay you to go and help them clean out their garages, their shops, their houses. They need help hauling stuff to the dump. You can advertise yourself that you'll go, like if a roofing company is way behind, you can haul off their shingles. There's so many things that you can do to make extra money for you and your family. And it's limitless. I mean, yes, there are all kinds of excuses that you can make to where you can't get it done. Start out borrowing. If you've got a friend that's got a trailer, borrow theirs. Tell them you'll pay them $20 for a couple of hours to borrow their trailer, right? And then you pocket the rest of the money. If you live out in the country and you can burn wood and stuff like that old wooden desk. I don't have to haul that to the landfill. I can take that and burn that and get rid of it. Get yourself a large roll of those heavy duty thick black trash bags and stuff them full and take them to your local dump. Now I mentioned shingles, things like shingles and stuff like that. Yes, you're gonna have to drywall. You're gonna have to take that to the landfill. But if you got just a couple of pieces of it, break it up and put it in a trash bag. There's ways to get it done. And especially think about it this time of year. What are people doing? They're getting ready for Christmas. They're getting ready, especially if they have kids. Those kids are getting ready to get more toys than what they already have. The house is going to fill up with more stuff. They're ready to get rid of stuff. Family's going to be coming over and visiting. They're going to be hosting parties. They're going to want to clean their house up. I'll tell you, I have done hardly any advertising whatsoever of cleaning up junk metal and scrap or anything like that. I think I've posted maybe twice on Facebook, and it wasn't even the Facebook Marketplace. I just posted on Facebook to my group of friends saying, hey, I'll come and help you clean up. Let me know if you need anything. And pretty much from that point, from a year ago, I have plenty to do all the time. It does not take much. Now, if you were to go and advertise on Craigslist and advertise, Facebook Marketplace, you're going to get business. If you have, sorry, this huge thing of birds just flew over. If you have a work ethic and you're not heavy on excuses as to why you can't go and do it, there is opportunity and there is money to be made. I can't tell you how many times people have, just thank you. How much do I owe you? How much do I owe you? How much do I owe you? And when you get loads like this, where you've got a grill and bed frames and a dryer and, maybe it's half trash, half metal, let them know. Say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to take the metal and sell it. Or tell them instead of $50, you'll do it for $20 because you've got a little bit of metal here that you can make some money off of. People are so much more receptive to that. And they're so much more receptive to somebody being on time, to somebody answering their phone. It aggravates the dickens out of me when you call contractors and you call people that run these businesses, these home improvement businesses and concrete businesses or whatever, and they'll say that they'll call you back and they never call you back. Be responsive. Answer your phone. If you can't get to it that day, be straight up. Be honest with them. Say, hey, I can't get to it today. Probably can't get to it tomorrow. Let's schedule it for the next day. A lot of times, people are only home on the weekends. They work during the week. That's when stuff needs to get done. Saturdays, right? Go and do it then. Be honest and straight up and say, hey, I can be there Saturday. And when you say you're going to be there, you be there. That is what gets repeat business, and that is what gets people coming back and saying, hey, I've got another load of scrap, or hey, I talked to my, let's take a time out here. This is how it gets going, right? It's word of mouth. You show up on time the first time, and then they say, hey, well, I talked to my friend Susie, and she said she had a little bit of stuff that you could come and get, and you go and get that, and then the neighbor walks over and says, hey, I see you're cleaning up. I got a little bit of stuff in my garage. Can you haul that off? Blah, blah, blah. You never know what you're going to end up with. I mean, some of these places are gold mines. They'll give you brand new stuff in the box. Right? I mean, it's really limitless to what you can do. There's always going to be excuses as to, oh, I don't have a truck. Okay, you got a car, put a trailer hitch on your car. Well, I don't have a trailer. Okay, find a friend who's got one and borrow it and tell them you'll pay them $20, $25 for a half a day to use their trailer, right? You can go to Tractor Supply and get one of their smallest. I mean, they have these little trailers. They're tiny. Go and buy one, make you a couple of cleanup jobs. You've paid for your trailer. There's used ones for sale on Facebook and Craigslist all the time. There's ways to do it. And I want to encourage you to, and this is a niche. The junk business is a niche. I mean, people don't understand it. Well, why do you go and do that for $40 and $50? Why do I do it for $40 and $50? if you saw $40, if you saw two $20 bills laying on the ground, would you stop and get it? Absolutely. That's why I go and jump in dumpsters. That's why when I'm headed to town in Walmart and I go by a neighborhood and I see a dryer on the side of the road, I slam on brakes and I go back and get it, because it's money sitting there. And it's even better when people can call you and they say, hey, I need you to do this. I need you to do that. It doesn't have to be just junk. It can be anything. Make yourself available. There's other videos on YouTube where these guys have nothing but a truck and a trailer, and they're making like $1,000 a week. Now, I'm sure that ebbs and flows and comes and goes, but didn't mean to make a rhyme there. But you get the point. And I think the opportunity is there. I know the opportunity is there. And if you've got questions, put them in the comments. I'll be glad to answer them. If send me an email. We can talk back and forth about how to get started and how to do this type of thing. The opportunity is there. There's so many people that need stuff cleaned up all the time. And especially if you just want to make some side money, if you've already got a job, it's even better for you, because you know that you don't have to do it for a living. And you can go and just make some extra side money. That's even better, because then you can make your prices a little bit better. I'll tell you a quick story. I wanted to keep this video under 10 minutes, and that's probably not going to happen. But I'll tell you a quick story. The first person that called me was, well, actually, they didn't call me. I saw a thing on Facebook. They needed some, they had torn down a deck. They needed it gone. People were putting comments in there. I'll do it for 100. I'll do it for 90. I'll do it for 80. I straight up said $50. It was done, right? Because I could afford to go and do that. And that was $50 in my pocket, right? That's the kind of thing that you can look for. And and that's just one example. You got to find your way. You got to find what works for you and the schedule that works for you and the type of stuff that you want to pick up. If you don't want to deal with the landfill, then just handle ordinary trash that you can take to your local dump. If you live in the city, and this is probably what you're thinking, well, you're talking about where you live out in the country, and you got places to burn wood, and you've got a county waste system where you can take your trash bags. Okay, if you live in the city comes and picks your trash up. You already pay for it anyway, right? Think about these things. You can do this. I want to encourage you to do that. If you got questions, leave them for me. We'll talk. I want to help you succeed, and I want to help you make some extra money for you and your family. So I hope that helps. I hope that gets you thinking. The opportunity is there. You can do this. You can go and make some extra money. Really, it's limitless to how much you want to work. If you don't have a job, make it your job. Get it done. The excuses are always going to be there. That's not my job to convince you of that. I'm just going to tell you that I know that it can be done, and I know that you can do it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoy it, share it, like it, comment, subscribe. Let's beat that YouTube algorithm. Like this video, subscribe, get it up there. I appreciate you all so much. We're coming up on Christmas season. I hope it's going great for you. I hope you will celebrate the real reason of Christmas and why we celebrate Christmas, and remember that. If there's anything that I can do to help you along this line, leave it in the comments. Send me an email. Let's talk so we can get started on it, so you can get started on it and see what's out there. I appreciate you watching. Shout out BuzzFish Clothing. We'll see you on the next video.